Alright, hello again guys, it's Taz. It's been a couple of days since my last upload. I've been trying to figure stuff out as I go, so just bear with me because some of this, I just don't want to release content unless I know it works on some level. So, in any event, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Today, we showed you how to import models into the world and insert them as game objects. There's some problems with that. Basically, collision with NPCs just does not seem to work. I believe doing what we're about to do today fixes that issue, and it also gives you a much easier platform to edit things, including maps and stuff like that. So we are not going to edit any existing maps because I just only got the test map to work. So anything in Eastern Kingdoms or Kalimdor, any of the continents that exist in retail or whatever that are pre-made, we're not going to mess with those today. Maybe if I get some time tonight and I figure that out and can prove it works, then I'll go ahead and do that. So that's the objective today. We're going to just do a test map basically from scratch. So there is a Nugget Discord that I will link to the description here. That there are actually two. There's one for modern and there's one for regular. The Nugget executable that we're going to download today is Nugget Red from the regular Discord. But there are some downported assets on the modern Nugget Discord that are worth grabbing because you can basically take some of the stuff that's in the later expansions and put them into the 3.3.5 Azeroth core. And this whole process is on Azeroth core. That seems to be what the flavor of the week is. So I'm just going to stick with that and learn that. I don't give a shit about sea mangoes or any of that stuff, or Trinity core, even though it's supposed to be the same thing. I'm sticking with this and getting good at this rather than jumping around game engines. So anyways, some of this may translate, but just know that if you're using that stuff, target audience isn't really tailored for anything other than Azeroth core. Alright, let's get started. So don't pay any attention to all these directories up here. This is my own madness going on, but I need them all open because of the way I've structured my test environment. We're going to fire up Nugget. Alright, so we've got test here. This is the stuff that I just did. I'm going to go ahead and delete that real fast and just show you from a clean build that this does work, and we'll go ahead and get started with that. So this is where I keep my shit. We're just going to shit can all of this. Alright, that's all gone. Alright, now fire up Nugget again. Alright, see they're gone? Cool. So basically, we're going to create a new project. I'm going to call it test again. And our project path, I'm going to put that in new maps, which is just an empty folder that I created in the abyss that is my computer. Then we're going to go to client path. This is literally just your client path. So this is the one that I'm testing out of, and we're going to go to build bin rel with that. Actually, no, the client itself. This is just your WoW client. I have 3 separate ones. Don't worry about that. If you just have one, just put it in there. All right, and expansions. We're going to say Wrath of the Lich King, and we'll go from there. All right, so it created it. You're going to double click up here on test. I don't know why it creates 2 instances, but it does. It's not a huge deal, but all right, map directory. This can be anything you want it to be. Just know that it needs to be delineated with either an underscore or no spaces. But it doesn't matter really what you call this. And that's because this is going to be called down from the MPQ, which is picky about the file path naming convention. So test project test is going to be the map name. I am going to keep this as classic because that's what worked the last time I did this, and changing it to Wrath of the Lich King seemed to like mess stuff up. So, oh yeah, that's right, forgot to put a tile in. So basically, to set the size of your map, you just click on the amount of tiles that you want. So right now, it's one tile. One tile is huge. It's about 1,000 units of measure, whatever the hell that is, in the map. So it's big enough to do a test map, definitely. In fact, I think if you look at some of these other ones, they're like ridiculously tiny. All right, let's go ahead and set that up, and we'll say save. The map is empty. Yeah, I know. All right. Come down here to test, and we'll swap over to enter map rather than edit map, and double click this. You're going to click fix all UIDs. This is for basically if you're doing your own brand new map. This has something to do with editing all the shit up here. Alright, and there's our map, right? Okay, so this is what it starts out with. Literally just basically a vanilla envelope looking thing. I'm not going to go through all the tools on this. There's plenty of videos out there that will show you what the hell the tools are and how they work. It's basically like every map editor ever created with just a couple nuances. So yeah, if you're here, you're probably here because you edit maps all the time in other programs, and you don't really give a shit about how all the terrain and all that crap works together. You can figure that stuff out with trial and error. Alright, objects. Okay, so again, we're going to get down here, click objects, hit out asset browser. I'm just doing this to show that the new objects do work. So keep in mind this is 335. The object we'll do the gray main wall just because it's fucking gigantic. If I can spell gray main correctly. There we go. Alright, cool. So one nuance here, you'll click this in the asset browser, select copy, click back down on the map, Control V, paste, good to go. Gray main wall is there. Alright, let's see, that's to give you an idea of the scale of how big these little tiles are. Alright, and now for teleporting your character in, you're going to want to do the following. Go up here to editor, select right coordinates to port.txt and copy to clipboard. Alright, that copies it to your clipboard. Now, open up Notepad and hit Control V, and from your clipboard, those will be the coordinates that you're going to want to teleport to when you get into your game. And as for triggers and stuff and how to get to this map fluidly without doing commands, I don't know that yet, but I will figure that out and get back to you on it. So yeah, alright, we got that. We got our stuff in here, so let's go ahead. We'll say save all tiles. Shouldn't be any errors. No errors, cool. I'm gonna close this. Any unchained, yeah, whatever. Alright, close. Alright, now the stuff that we just cleared out is all over here. So we're going to go to our MPQ editor, and we're going to yeah, screw it, delete. Alright, MPQ editor, fresh. So new MPQ, we're going to go, we're going to call this patch 4. And I would suggest keeping all of your edited maps in patch 4. Basically, as your projects expand and you get more and more of them, you'll just want to keep all that stuff in the same place. You don't want 10 maps across 10 different patches, probably, in all likelihood. I mean, you can do it that way, but it's just more to manage. Build the MPQ archive from a file or directory, then go over here, select your directory. So for me, it's going to be this PC, and on the E drive, new maps, and we're going to select that whole directory. I kept it simple for myself, so I would suggest keeping yourself simple too. Just put it in the root directory of whatever hard drive, and then you don't have to go rooting around for it. Alright, game compatibility, World of Warcraft. You can change it up here to do all sorts of different fun stuff. We're just going to keep it vanilla today. Next, max number of MPQs. This basically dictates the size of the MPQ you're about to build, and select finish. Alright, so it basically just imported all that stuff into the MPQ, right? Tracking what's going on there. Alright, then in MPQ editor, you see that it built patch 4. Copy. Alright, now then, we're going to go put that into our client directory. So this is our client data folder, right? It should look like this. You should open this up, and it should have all your patches. Mine's a mess because I'm lazy and I keep this stuff close at hand. Is basically why that's in here. So we're going to copy that into this directory. We've got patch 4. Boom. Cool. Then we're going to go into the server directory, and we're going to take from new maps the DB files client, the map.dbc, and we are going to, almost did the wrong one, move that into here. Okay, and that should do it. So now, if I'm not mistaken, we fire up the server. And this has player bots, transmog, Lua. They tell you not to put Lua with player bots, but it's whatever. I'm sure they'll fix that eventually. Holy fucking music. There. Alright. Not dealing with that. Alright, so here we are. Now, that thing that we copied over earlier, we're going to copy that. And we're going to go pop that in here. Holy shit, and we're in the game. Traveled right the hell to where we were from the camera. And that is all that there is to it for Azeroth Core. If you get in the forums and stuff, I don't know, I guess older versions of this sucked or something, and you had to go recompile shit and all sorts of other nonsense. You don't have to do that anymore. You just run that bad boy straight from the directory like this, just straight from a patch. So I hope that was quick. I hope it was basically, you know, thorough enough. If there's any questions, please just shoot me a comment on the channel, and I will try to get back to you and figure it out. Anyways, you guys have a good day, and we'll catch you later. Bye.